Hey everyone, welcome to this config showcase. Today we will take a look at the shop config from the plugin Marcely's Bedwars. Let me tell you one thing, this shop config, this plugin, super advanced. Yeah, I will show you what I mean with it soon. But right now, let's take first a look at the in-game part. So, as you know, the plugin has different types of shop designs. Like for example, if you want to view them, you can just type simply in /bw debug 0, and then here you can see all of the shop types. So in total there are 8 different shop designs. Yes, you heard me right, 8 different types of the shop layout. Yes, I know, that's a lot. And I can say no other Bedwars plugin has that. And I will soon show you how to configure it. But right now let's take a look on how the shops actually look like. Also, one quick note, I am using a configuration for the shop that I'm currently making and that I will hopefully release soon. It's gonna be like a Hypixel style, but more on that in the following weeks. So right now, first, if you wanna view the shop, you simply type in /bw debug 0 and then a name, like for example normal, and here you can see the normal shop design. So if you click for example here, you can see here blocks, click to view, and then here you can see the price, and underneath the item and the lore. The same for every other here. You can also specify the slots where the items should be put. See also here range, potions and utility. So that was the normal shop. Here is the Hypixel shop now, and you see here also the items, go back arrow. Also on here on the main page, items will be listed which are currently inside of the shop category, but right now this that you see here, click to view, this is an NBT, like you see here NBT 1, and this means that this has a custom lore and the custom lore overwrites the default shop design. So let me just quickly delete the lore for the blocks for example. Now if we go again, yeah, like you see here, blocks available, and then here everything is listed that is available inside of this category. The next shop is -c. Also pretty straightforward. You see here the categories, blocks, click to view blocks, and then in here you see 16 times white wool, cost for iron, and the description. The go back item. Next is Gomi HD, which is actually just a normal villager shop, like you can see here. Then you have Revin site, here the blocks, the utility, the range, and everything. This is the Mindsoft shop. Then you have Bergwerk Labs. And probably the shop that everybody wants to see and use, Hypixel version 2. So here you see we have the quick buy slots, and one item in the quick buy slot. But here you can see here blocks and the items inside. And everything here also, iron sword, diamond sword, the cost and everything. Here the enchantment, the iron diamond, chainmail armor, and etc. Yes, and also this debug feature is also super useful when you made for example a change in the shop config and you don't want to go in game and view the change. You can just simply do it with the debug feature, which I think is super useful, and it makes setting the plugin up a breeze. Like, it's not complicated at all once you understand it, and it's really simple and a lot of fun. I certainly have a lot of fun while making configs for this plugin. So let's go now inside of the shop, and as you can see here we have some important information. At first I will show you what this means later, and here we have the link to the wiki page, or you can come to the wiki by simply going on the plugin spigot page, click on the wiki button, then you go here to the site to configuration, here in the middle to shop.cm2, and over here you see every configuration that you can add to an item. I will show you this in 1 second. So right now, as you can see here, first we have the shop layout. So here you can just type in a layout name, any of these names, and then the shop, once you right click the villager, the specific shop specified here will open. You can also put here, for example, for Bedrock, like if you don't want Hypixel v2 to be displayed for Bedrock players, you can just type in simply like a revenge site instead of equally here. But if you want the same shop to be for Java and Bedrock, just type in equally and that's it. So the next thing that we're gonna go is onto the pages, items, products and prices. So as you can see here, this over here is the category name. You can specify it with an icon and you can add a custom lore. To add a custom lore, you just do this. So first those brackets, you go inside of the brackets, you type in lore, double dot, and then those straight brackets, you put a quote in, and then you just start typing whatever you want. Like for example, I'm gonna take the blue color and type in this is a lore of the, and now if you wanna go down one line, you can do this. So put the quote again, so at the beginning and at the end, in between the brackets, you need to put the quotes in. And right now, at the end of the second quote, put in a half stop, again a quote, and then you can, for example, if you want to have a one blank space, you can just put in a color code. Again, you put in a quote, half stop, quote, and then I'm gonna type it in the red color and see blocks category, and again quote on top, and this is it. So right now you just save it, go back in game, type in bw reload, plugin reloaded, and then you can just simply open up the shop with bw debug 0 Hypixel v2. And now when we go on the blocks category item, we see here this is a lore of the blocks category. Pretty straightforward and really awesome to use. One thing that you can also do in the shop is sort categories. So right now if you first go here into the Hypixel v2 shop, right now let's say for example you want to switch the places of, let's say blocks and melee. For that you're gonna do the following things. Like you see here, this pages, don't touch this. This is mandatory to display every page that you see here, like here for example blocks. If you delete these pages, nothing will work in the shop. So what you are gonna do now, to sort the category, first you select, so like for example this is the blocks category. You are gonna select the entire category until you go down to the bracket for the blocks. You can simply follow this yellow line. This shows you which you have selected. So right now I selected here only to the items. So I'm gonna take here down to this bracket. This should now be the blocks. Yes, this is now for the blocks selected. You can cut this and you go down beneath melee. To make it easier, you can just go here to the first bracket. You see here, this is the end. Go to the end of this bracket, go for example down 2 lines, paste in the category, save it, go back in game, bw reload, and then reopen the shop, and you see here the melee and the blocks have switched categories. You can do this for any category here that you want. It's really simple, really straightforward, and I really like this simplicity a lot. So the next thing that we're gonna do is add in items. So how you do this, you see here, if we go here into the section items, this is mandatory, because in here you see here, this is the first bracket and this is the last bracket, and in between those 2 brackets we are putting in our items. So for example, if you wanna add in another item, you see here for obsidian, this is the the last bracket, you just go down by one, go over here, you can type in from the beginning or you can just copy and paste it. I'm just gonna show it to you from the beginning. Let's say we're gonna add in a diamond block. So for that, let's just type in, you can also do this. So for example, if you type it in percentage, like this, so in these percentages, this means that this item name will be taken from the language file. So you need to go into the language file and type it in there as well, diamond block, and then specify over there a custom name for it. You can do this in every language file. So this is then useful, for example, if you have players that are from some non-English speaking countries, or you have a, let's say, Spanish server and you also want the English people to understand it. The plugin also features a client-sided language. So this means that, for example, if you're using this feature instead of just typing in normal names, then the plugin will take the language file, for example English.yml, and display it to every user that has English set as their main language in their client, and the same for Spanish and French. So this feature in the percentages, this is very useful if you wanna have the item displayed in the designated language, so that not everything will be in one language, but that everything will be translated to the desired language of the user. But right now I'm just gonna put in a normal name. I'm gonna take blue and I'm gonna type in diamond block, and just here in the bracket, this is not necessary, but I'm just gonna add it to show you something. So over here I'm gonna just put in fancy shiny thing, and then you open up again this bracket, and you can also put a closed one in. Go down couple of lines, and now we can start writing. Over here, if you're at the beginning, just press tab. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna set an icon, and for that I'm gonna set a diamond. This is just for the showcase purpose. You can type in anything you want. Yeah, logically it would be to put in a diamond block, but I'm gonna show you what I want to do with this. You can also add in a lore again with those brackets, the same like I showed you before. Lore, double dot, straight brackets, quote. Let me add at the beginning an empty line, half stop, again a quote, and let's take the aqua color and type in this block is worth 10 million euros, for example, and on top a quote. Then for this, for caps multiply, this means that when you shift click on the item, it will multiply by the items that you will get. So for example, if you put, like, it is your material and amount, so if you put the amount on 4 and the caps multiply, so then when you shift click, it will give you 4 times 2 is 8. It will automatically give you 8 of the item that you purchased when you shift click it. This was actually from the earlier Bedwars how it was, because when you shift click you could buy multiple items instantly. So you could, for example, back then it was 1 bronze for 2 sandstone, and for example you had 32 bronze in your inventory, you could just shift click it, and with 1 click you could buy a whole stack of sandstone. So this caps multiply was very useful back in the day, but right now everything going Hypixel style, and caps multiply just basically became right now worthless, because shift click puts it into the quick buy slot. But you have other very useful features, like you see here, like keep on dev, one time purchase, icon enchantment. Yeah, I will show you this also in 1 second, but let me just put in the one-time purchase. So what this means is that per round you can only buy it 1 time. So let's do this, 1 time purchase, double dot true, and let's also make it that you can keep it on dev. So when you die, this item will stay in your inventory. So also keep on dev, double dot true. Right now what this means is that this item you can only buy once when you are inside of the arena, and that you can keep this item once you die. Next thing that you're gonna do, products, get open bracket. You can also immediately close it afterwards as well. Go down, couple of lines, go here at the beginning of the line, press tab, then over here you can start typing item, again the open bracket, press tab again when you go into the new line, material. In here you can type in the material that you will get. So right now you can either type in the ID or the name. So here, diamond block, you can either type in 57 or diamond block. Right now I'm gonna type in diamond block, and the amount I will get from purchasing one block. Then you go just down one line, close the bracket, and go into a new line and close this bracket out. And now the products are finished. Now to add a price on it, for that what you're gonna do is, like you see here, we're gonna go down one and you're gonna type in prices, open up the bracket again, this one, go down again, press tab, open a bracket up again. You can also close it immediately afterwards. Go down one, and right now here we type in spawner, and we're gonna take here a spawner name from our spawners.yml file here, and we're gonna type in this name that's over here. So for that I'm gonna take the emerald spawner, and the amount will be 4. Now you go down one more bracket, close it out, one down, open it up, close it again afterwards, and type in again spawner, diamond, amount, 4. And here, as you can see, this is how you create multiple resources that will be needed in order to purchase an item. Really simple, really straightforward, really advanced and amazing. And now to check it out, type in bw reload and bw debug, and now, as you can see here, looks like we made a mistake in the config. So this will be, if there's no items, this means that there is a mistake that you made and you need to fix it. But you see here the diamond block, fancy shiny thing. This block is worth 10 million euros. So you go back here and you take a look at the mistake that you have made and try to figure out what you did. But it shouldn't be too hard to find. Yeah, be sure that you place the brackets in the right position. Right here I had one more bracket, so the rest of them from down here are not displayed. So this is very useful. For example, you see here, you go to a bracket and it shines yellow and it shows you which 2 brackets are involved. So this means that these 2 brackets are now responsible for this entire blocks category. So, and also if you, for example, don't have one bracket, then you can see here it will take one other, like you see here. It's obvious that one is missing. It's from prices, and this one is from here, the diamond. You can see here the brackets need to go in a line like this. Then you know that you have every bracket. Then you just save it. After you fixed it, you reload the plugin and you see here, voila, everything is working. Here again, blocks and the lore, and here is the block of diamond. And also what I said is that here the prices will not be displayed because the lore NBT overrides the hypixel NBT. So this means that the prices are not displayed here until you write them by yourself. So then we're gonna just go here to the lore and add it by ourselves. So half stop and then an empty space, and again half stop quote, and just type in the cost double dot color green for emerald, color white, half stop space, and B for diamonds. Save it, go back inside, reload, debug, and we made a mistake. Yeah, here a quote is missing. Be sure to have every single quote here, because if one of them is missing, then it will not be displayed. And you can also see here that when there's an error, the plugin already tells you Bedwars failed to parse NBT of diamond, and it will tell you exactly what is wrong. Unclosed quote string at position 90, and it tells you here diamonds and the quote is missing. It tells you immediately what the problem is. Like, does any other plugin tell you this? I have not seen any other Bedwars plugin do this. I know that this is in chat control, but to have it here, it makes the configuration so much easier. It's unbelievable. And now, once we reload again, now there shouldn't be any message. Okay, everything looks fine. When we go back here, you see here cost for emerald and for diamonds. And now we actually are gonna join into an arena, and now we're gonna give ourselves BW arena spawner gift emerald 4 and 4 diamonds, and now we can just easily purchase this diamond. And you see here we have it in our inventory. And also right now, when we try to purchase it again, you see here you are allowed to buy this only once. So the buy only once tag is working. And now when we die, we should keep it after we respawn. Yep, here it is. So this means it is working. Also, what you can do now is you can go and set a specific slot for it. The config for that is /slot double dot. In the inventories, go like this from 1 to 9, 9 to 18, and so on. For that, let me just put this somewhere over here. So this slot is 41. First slot, put in 41. Save it, and let's also put in an enchantment, an icon enchantment. For that, you just type in icon dash enchantment double dot and just type in an enchantment name. I'm just gonna type in smite double dot and the level 1. And you can also put in a custom name for the item that you receive in your inventory. For that, you just go here, back to products, item, material, open quote, open bracket, and type in display name double dot quote call block, and let's speed this in dark gray. Then put in quote again, close the bracket, save it, reload the plugin, and we go back in. And now when we click on the blocks, here we see here, oh, I missed one slot. Yeah, it's from 0 to 8, 9 to 17, and etc. So I'm gonna put this instead of 41, it's 40. But yes, still you see here the item, it has now the icon enchantment, and when we click on it, we get here the item and it says call block. I mean, that is really cool. Also, what you can do, it's really cool. I'm just gonna show you this, what I did. If you, for example, go a little bit down, and here in armor, you can make also buy groups. So what buyer groups are, those are groups which will not allow you to downgrade an armor, for example. So you can upgrade it, but you cannot go a level down. So, and you create it by doing the following. So over here you see we have here the chainmail armor, iron armor and the diamond armor. You just normally create it, but you create here this tag by group armor 1. So this means that this is like level 1 of the by group. So type in this by group, the name of the group, the name can be absolutely anything, but be sure to write 1 because this is level 1. And then on level 2 you do the same by group, the same name as the previous because this is one category, and you type in the level. So, and in practice it looks something like this. As you can see here, I have leather armor. Let me now buy iron armor, and you see I have now permanent iron armor. And when I try to buy now chainmail armor, don't forget this is level 1. Iron is level 2. When I want to buy iron, you see I can't, because I already have a higher tier item. So this means I cannot buy any item below level 2 or below the level which I have purchased. So the same applies for here. So I have now iron and I can buy diamond because diamond is level 3. And now if I wanna buy, for example, iron, I can't because I have diamond, a higher tier. So this is very useful to create armor like this, or for example swords, where you can buy the highest sword and you can't downgrade anymore. This is the buy group, and I can say it is really amazing. So now I'm gonna show you how you can add a special item inside of your shop. So the special items, those are just items that have a special ability to them. Like for example, I'm gonna add the rescue platform to the shop. This is an item that spawns when right clicking a little island underneath you, which can help you when you are falling down in the void, for example. So what you need to do, you go here back to the shop and you see here those brackets, like I showed you, the yellow glowing ones. This is very useful to see which brackets are from the category page and which are from the item. So we want to adjust this. Right now I'm just gonna copy this over here. You go here at the end of the bracket from the material, so from the item, go one line down, paste it in. You can also put in here another empty line if you want for better organization. Rename this. I'm just gonna rename it in red. Rescue platform. The icon will be another star, and let's add in a lore. And like I said, if you add a lore, the prices are mandatory to write in. So for this I'm gonna put it in as 10 gold to be the price. And here in special, this means the type. This is the type of the special item. If you want to check the special items, you just open up your Bedwars config, search for special. It goes here into special item, and you see here rescue platform, nether star. So the item has to be a nether star in the shop, and this is the special item name. So you can, for example, copy this, go here to the shop and change the type to rescue platform. And let me just quickly change the lore. 10 gold. And let's type in spawns a little island if you which saves you from falling down. And let's add another empty line like this. You can then just simply reload the plugin again. Okay, no errors from the shop. Go back in game, BW debug 0 hypixel v2. Go here to utility, and we see here rescue platform, cost, and the lore. So now to test the item, we're gonna go in-game and test it, and this debug feature to automatically start an arena when you are alone inside, this is just also really phenomenal. Let's give me 10 gold, and right now it should work. Yep, here we have the rescue platform, and now when we fall down, it works. So this means that the special items, they work in the shop. And now what else to show? Yes, if you wanna add an enchantment to an item, you can just simply do it like this. Okay, let me switch. Yes, like here in the pickaxes, you see here, you go down here to products, item, and add the enchantments like this. So you just type in the enchantment name, double dot, and the level. For that, let me just quickly show it to you. So what if we go here, if you buy now for example the diamond pickaxe, you see here efficiency 3, and we have here the efficiency 3 pickaxe. But right now let me just quickly show you for the lower tier. So for the gold pickaxe, you see here first in the shop, it has no enchantments because it does not have the icon enchantment like I showed you before. But you see here efficiency 3 and sharpness 2 are in the name, and when we go here, it has those two enchantments like it is specified here in the shop. And also you can add to items, so product item, you can add in here the Unbreakable tag, and this means that with this you can mine pretty much anything you want and it will not lose its durability. So hence the name Unbreakable. You see, it also says it here in the lore, Unbreakable. Another thing that you can do is add multiple items inside of one product. So this is like, for example, you see here in the armor section, it's also pretty straightforward. You just add in here two items, like you see here, products, item, second item, and you just normally add the material amount, Unbreakable. And also there's the config auto wear. So this means that when you, for example, buy an armor piece, you can give it this tag, auto wear, and this will then put on the specified armor piece onto you automatically right after you purchase it. And also to test it out now for the multiple resources here with the diamond block, if we wanna go and get now for emeralds, it should say we don't have enough resources. Yep, you don't have enough resources. Let's give me also 4 diamonds, and now I should be able to buy it. Yep, there it is. And also, if you have noticed, here it says gold pickaxe, efficiency 3, sharpness 2. And when you buy this item, then if there is no display name tab inside, like I showed you here with the item in blocks, yeah, like you see here, if you didn't put display name in the here material, then the name will be taken from this item in the shop. But you see here, the pickaxe has a custom name because it only says gold pickaxe. And I will show this to you. Choose gold pickaxe, display name. And one thing that you can also do is you can add a permission to an item. So if you have an item inside of the shop and you don't want the players to be able to buy it, you can give them a permission. So for that, let me just quickly go back to my block, because I only want VIPs to buy it. And for that, just gonna go here again, go down one line, and just type in permission -id double dot and diamond block simply. And now, like it says here on the website, you need to give the players this, and Bedwars shop item.id. So generally you would need to give them the permission. So this first, and then dot what you have set in here, diamond block. So that's how the permission looks like for you at the end. So now I will show you how you can add a command when you buy an item. So when you buy the item, a command will be executed that you specify in the shop. So when we go to the wiki, you see run a command on buy. You add the command without the slash. Here are the placeholders and if the command should be run by console or not. So for that, let's go back to our shop config and we need to add the command config into here, into products. So for this, go here underneath item, go to the last bracket from the item, go here to the left to the beginning, type in command, open up the bracket and close it. Yeah, with those brackets that have a point on the middle. Then you can go down 2 lines, go here under the beginning of command, press tab. Then you can type in again command double dot and let me give an effect to myself. So let's say effect give and then let's add a placeholder name, then regeneration for 120 seconds, so for 2 minutes, and the amplifier it should be, let's say 2. So but the amplifier, how it works in Minecraft, it's always one more. So for example, you type in regeneration 0, it's regeneration 1 in game. You type in regeneration 1 in game, it's regeneration 2, and etc. And if you wanna make it so that the console will run it, just type in here underneath as-console double dot space true. And now we go back in game. Let's do BW reload, join into the arena, and now when we buy the block, yep, you see here we got regeneration 3 for 2 minutes. And you can also add in as many commands and different commands what you want. You can add in smite, you can add the give command, the clear command, whichever command you wanna give to the item that should run when you buy it. This is pretty much it for this shop config. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you enjoyed the time with using this plugin, and it's been really fun recording for this plugin and configuring this plugin. Hope you will have a lot of fun with the plugin. Use it on your server. The support Discord will be down in the description below. And yeah, have a nice day and goodbye.